Basic principle of growth and development. First, growth has its distinctive characteristics. Second, growth is a continuous process. Third, variation in growth rate. And the last one is every stage of growth is sensitive and delicate. The first one, growth has its distinctive characteristic. Every organ and part of body grows in its respective time period and speed. In other words, growth proceeds from simple to complex process. Like human figure, it grows from a single cell to complex one. Other examples, during human growth, the child moves his arm first before holding thumb, before using thumb and index finger for holding toys. Toddlers learn to walk first and then jumping and climbing upstairs. Everything has its stage. The second, growth is a continuous process. Growth always takes place stage-wise. According to the theory of Piaget, man does remain in staying condition and keep on growing from stage of embryo till death. It's a factor. No change in human had taken place suddenly. Instead, goes through a continual process which advances towards complexity. The example of human figure I have given you, it grows from a single cells to the complex ones. It continues growing. Last are such changes like weight, height, intellect, and body proportions are included in it. Other principle, variation in growth rate. The efficiency and speed of every child is different from the other. For example, some children gain height more rapidly than the others. Same is the case as some children gains more weight more rapidly than the other ones. Factors like hereditary, food, illness, lack of exercise, physical and mental problems are very important in determining the growth rate. Every person has different and distinctive personality. These differences highlights the individuality of a person. These differences, like someone have a great height, someone is have different character like than the other one. These different characteristics makes the person different from another one. Is sensitive and delicate, the last principle. According to the scientific research, some stages of human growth are more sensitive. Minute Freud has proven that during childhood it can be determined that what a child will become in future. According to Erikson, whatever a child learns depends on the fulfillment of his different needs like food, attention, and love. These factors affect on the personality of a child. The stage from 2 years to 5 years is very important for the wholesome growth of a personality. Generally, the habits which a child learns in childhood become major and strong in adulthood. The earlier stage of adolescence is very sensitive and delicate as compared to the other stages because the child tends to learn more at the adolescence, so it continues later on. Now, the importance of study of human development. The experts of psychology, through scientific study, determine the various stages of growth in children and establish relation with these stages of growth and activities. Besides this, they also point out the need and characteristics of various age groups of children. Because through the study of human development, we got to learn about the different needs of different age group children's. Next, it provides the basic knowledge about the normal stages of growth in determining whether a child is growing at a normal pace or lagging behind. The third, the parents get worried if the child does not grow in the required pattern. The study of human growth provides a guideline which can prove helpful in overcoming issues which obstruct the normal growth of child. There are various stages of growth, and each stage of growth has its specified physical, mental, and emotional changes. And each child reacts to them differently because every individual is different from another. So it caters with its situation differently. Such changes like great psychological impact on children. The knowledge of such changes helps the parents to guide their children in adjusting to them. A newborn baby does not have the ability to claim anything, but as the child grows, he starts learning various skills. The study of human growth guides the parents about the growth of gradual developmental tasks among the children and what to expect from them. The study of human growth creates awareness among the parents concerning the expected needs and requirements of children of different age levels. When the needs of children are fulfilled on time, they develop confidence, creative abilities, and do not fall victim to psychological problems. Points which can be get aware by studying human development, as it helps in solving various issues in different stages of human life or children life. Various phenomena of growth. The first phenomenon is pace of growth, the next level of maturation, the third one is evaluation and evaluation, and the last one is growth rate of each child is different. Now the first one is pace of growth. The various parts and organs develop in their own time. For example, the size of feet of a child grows more quickly than the other parts of the body. Every body part has its own different time and stage to grow. The next is level of maturation. The growth of various body parts and organs happen in the early age, but the stage of maturation completes at different age level. For example, the height increases up till the age of 25 to 26, and the growth of mind and brain completes at age of 18. Evaluation and evaluation. During growth and development, few changes become prominent, like increase in stature, size, and height. It also includes the development of mental abilities like understanding, speech, and intelligence. Besides such changes, falling of teeth and their loss and appearance of permanent teeth also happen. Thus, both evaluation and evaluation also take place during the stage of growth. The last one is growth rate of each child is different. Some children grow at a fast rate physically and mentally as compared to the other one, as I have told you before that every child is different from the other. So is the case with the growth rate of each child. Some grows at average rate and some grows at the slow rate during the different age group time period. Now the review of the whole lecture. Growth includes the physical and biological changes that occurs in different period of age. For example, construction of cells, tissues, and other body parts. Growth stops at the age of maturation. Then we have studied about development. Development is such a physical change that tends to improve the working capacity of a person. For example, different skills and abilities I have told you, it includes in the development. Development is also a lifetime process, as we have discussed the differences, that growth stops at the age of maturity, but the development is a lifelong process. Qualitative changes are those which then we have studied about the two changes that occur place in human life. The first one was the qualitative and the quantitative changes. The quantitative changes are those which are visible in human structure, like height or weight, and the qualitative changes were those which are only visible by showing them, like the ability to sketch or any some sort of skill you have, running or etc. Then we have studied various differences between the growth and development, which includes in the chart which I have described to you. And at the last, we have studied why the study of human development is important, as it helps to solve the various issues which a child faces in its different stages.